Bonjour, bonjour, c'est Aegon, bienvenue dans ce 15e épisode de Dose 2 Définitive Édition. Et on était au chapitre 4, donc le 3e épisode du chapitre 4. Alors, il y avait quoi à faire déjà? J'essaie de me souvenir déjà ce que j'avais à faire. Ah oui, demande-toi. Il va la voir pour tous les amers, nous avons retrouvé sa jambe dans le ventre d'un requin, ouais. Le poulailler, on l'a déjà fait tout ça. Là, ah, c'est juste les lieux, ça m'a dit que les lieux, d'accord. Et quêtes, il y en a caserne et magistère. On est déjà allé la dernière fois. J'ai rien raté là, putain. Attends, hop. Qu'est-ce que j'aurais pu rater là? Ah, il y a toujours de ces chiottes. Ouais, mais là ils sont tous morts là. Parce que j'ai raté. Ici que je suis obligé de tout refaire. Parce que j'ai loupé un truc. Qu'est-ce que j'aurais raté là? J'ai tout fouillé.
Boring.
Intérêt, d'accord. Ça j'ai fouillé. C'est une vieille assiette. Ça c'est fouillé, ça c'est fouillé. Ouais. Ça c'est fouillé. Ah bah attends. LOL. Je suis passé devant le truc. Je me souviens pas l'avoir vu. Bon, par contre, il y a 2 magistères. Deux. Enfin, 1. Ah non, il y a 3. Ça va être chaud pour les voir. Ah oui, là, donc là tu me vois de toute façon. Voilà, regarde, il me TP là dans le coin là. Eh ouais. Non.
The Magister turns to you with a scowl. He already seemed immensely displeased, and your interjection isn't improving his mood.
What?
Ouais, pourquoi il je me crains.
Look around.
Would you be happy stuck guarding this bloody place? 10 years of service and they stick me in a hole with a bunch of speechless goons. The new leadership ought to learn to respect its veterans. We're the ones who uphold the rule of law, not white ponces like Raymond and Jonathan.
A sly smile creeps across the Magister's face.
Aye, and sooner than you might think, if the rumours are true. Let's just say, there's other places where I'd be appreciated.
Je sais qu'il y a dans mon promotion éventuellement qui a fait bon.
Who asked you? You're not even supposed to be down here.
Ah merde.
Keep out of it.
Ah non, je crois qu'il allait me dire bataille. Ah manette, tu mouches, pince, marmite, marmite. Attends. Parce que de toute façon, il n'y a rien à faire. C'est ici qu'il faudrait aller. Rechercher modus nain. Ah, voilà, 6, mais je peux pas prendre, hein. Juste lire. Attends. Attends, feuille de papier. Ah, attends, il y a une loupe. Attends. Ouais, ok.
Nice.
Attends. Grenade cauchemardesque. C'est quoi ça? Que ça ou confère compétence invocation de limace de feu. Ça se pose pour fan ça. Constitution et refuge. Ah, ça m'enlève un nécro. Et nécro j'ai 2. Ah, ok. Ça donne intelligence de plus. Ça me donne donc limace de feu. Limace de feu. Ah oui, il me faut une nécro 2. C'est pour ça que je ne peux pas le mettre. Pourquoi pas? Avec de la source. Ah ouais, attends. Créature dépendante. Sur de capacité. Ah oui, de toute façon, vu que j'ai plus de source, de toute façon. Choix. Ça là. Ah non. Morceau de chair. Ah. Donc branche. Morceau de chair. Attends, comment ça se fait que je peux pas l'enlever? La prendre.
A painful death, trapped and
D'accord, je pensais qu'il y avait peut-être un truc là. Ah non, je peux pas.
I've spotted something.
Hold it right there.
Ah,
Prisoner.
super. Voilà. J'aurais dû sauvegarder avant. Parce que toi, attends. Je peux pas, attends. Tu viens de là, je puisse te TP. J'aurais dû sauvegarder. Non, attends. Le truc qui ne sert à rien. Ah oui, mais il va passer de ce côté-là. C'est dommage, je peux pas faire de l'autre côté. Attends. oui, parce que moi je suis bloqué là en plus. Attends, tu le vois? Ah, il me voit par... Regarde le fumigène. Non, je peux pas. Parce que... Je peux pas parce que je suis bloqué de l'autre côté en fait. Je peux pas sortir de là. Attends.
Drat. I'm fading.
Là. Ah si, je peux... Ça me permet de traverser. Je pensais pas que je pouvais traverser, moi. Lol.
I'm ready.
Ça te manque. Ah, je peux pas... Bon, ça c'est fait. Hein. Alors attends. Je lui remonte son adresse à lui. Là, tu te fous de ma gueule. Ah oui, d'accord. LOL. Je me retrouve ici, d'accord. Et je fais comment pour remonter? Retirer en sens inverse si je veux sortir par exemple? D'accord. Parce que là, je peux pas rentrer. À moins qu'il y a la clé quelque part en fait. D'avoir la clé en fait. Lui, d'avoir la clé. Ouais.
Not much of a landlubber, but some.
Voilà. J'ai rien loupé. Un bol. Ok. Je sais pas où je me trouve par contre. Ah, je crois que je me trouve chez les nains en fait. Ouais, c'est ça, je me trouve chez les nains en fait. Attends, j'aurais dû... Ah oui, l'arène. L'arène de bois. Un combat sur la taverne du taureau noir, d'accord. Ouais, là, dans les elfes. Attends, on va se sauvegarder là. Parce qu'il a un truc. Pas monter par là.
What do you want? Boss is busy.
Le chef est occupé.
Beast strokes his beard for a few seconds, buries his hand inside it, then whips it out again to display his extended middle finger. He marches past, finger still raised, to the chagrin of the gawking guard.
Haussez les épaules et suivre votre compagnon. Non.
The guard shrugs back.
Boss can take care of himself. I'd like to see your friend try that with him.
L'ordre de la loi Marla.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
C'est dommage que là, quand il y a ça, on devrait voir l'animation.
Enough!
Au moins le bruit.
Do you know they killed Anna? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper. Bart, Kate, get her to talk or bleed her out.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Tell the truth now. Who was he that sent you?
Beast bristles the moment he sees his fellow dwarf and slams his right fist into his left palm, growling all the while. Beast thrusts his weapon at his fellow dwarf, who looks first to you, then to Beast. He's surprisingly unfazed by the obvious threat.
You're a brave lad waltzing in here now. I know who you are, you know. The beast of the sea. What brings you to this good-for-nothing town?
Operation Downfall, you numbskull, and you'll tell me what you know, or I'll turn your guts inside out and stuff them down your throat.
Disgusting. Well, before you go blood-crazed, you should know the Queen's no friend of mine. Not no more.
He hawks a wad of spit on the floor, then motions to the room around him.
I'm a businessman. I can't say I always keep things on the up and up, but I don't think a rogue pirate's got a lot of room to judge a man for his various trade concerns. And I don't want to help Justin here. I want to stop her.
Beast considers Lohar's words for a moment, then sheaths his weapon and motions to Lohar to keep talking.
I thought you'd see things my way. Come, make yourself comfortable. We'll have a chat when you're ready.
On discutera quand vous serez prêt.
The battered dwarf pulls her lips back into a garish, open-mouthed grin, flashing blood-stained teeth.
Brave lad, waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for
Ah,
us.
il y a un naine qui sont là et demander ce qui s'est passé.
Family matter. She's one of mine, acting like her brains are scrambled though. Came after me with a knife. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
Come, sis. What do you think was gonna happen?
I've got to say I'm impressed. I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all?
Ceux qui traquent les Adides. Ceux qui traquent les Adides pour les supplier de nous... Je prends les deux.
Alder's been telling us all kinds of this and that about Godwoken. Haven't seen any evidence of them myself. So no, I'm not convinced. We're swirling a drain. If someone doesn't plug it, we'll slip down easy as you please. So, what do you want?
Je lui ai demandé s'il sait pourquoi vous êtes ici.
Reckon I do. Knowing Seaver, she sent you looking for sorcerers, I bet.
You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
Bref, il y a quoi avant lui? Sur des tendons, ce serait bien pour toi ça. Combien? 2000. Dommage, ça serait bien pour toi. Rupture des tendons.
I could help you. But last I heard you was working for the Magisters. Big shots at the boats. Now, why in the name of all the hurts would I help a worm like that?
I heard rumour Mortis is working for the Order. Was that
An unpleasant smirk twitches around the corners of his mouth.
Right. I reckon I could help you out. Depending on what you can do for me.
T'as lui dire à quel point. Donnez-moi du tout mon sentiment.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
C'est que j'ai à lui causer. Et demander par où tu as commencé.
Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own. Well, like I said, Mordus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really.
Ça vous sera plus qu'à moi.
Good luck.
Eh ben, ça m'intéresse ça. La dague pour toi là. Rupture du tendon d'Achille. Ouais. Eh ben, je vais la mettre à la place de dague de terre machin. Voilà, la rupture des tendons d'Achille. Ça c'est intéressant.
What's got into you?
Tell the truth now. Who was it that sent you?
Ça peut être bien ça. Pique rupture des tendons d'Achille pendant 2 tours. Ça commence à être intéressant tout ça. Et alors, vous assurez. Excusez-moi, un moment.
I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
Quelqu'un traite des années, mais qui?
Tell the truth now. Who was it that sent you?
D'accord. Ok. Est-ce que j'ai... C'est tout rouge là, donc...
Good to meet you, Governor.
Attends, c'est pas toi que tu parles.
If and ben mazed, as I live and breathe. I didn't think I'd see you back in Driftwood again. No, no, don't tell me. If I don't know the story, I won't have to lie about it later.
2000. Est-ce que toi t'as des choses? Des choses avant... 29-35, en tout cas demain quand même. Attends. Aiguille. Je dois... Donc qu'est-ce que t'as à vendre? Rien de spécial.
She reaches out to pinch your cheek and gives you an exaggerated wink.
So what's your poison, Governor? A sip or a smoke?
Posé.
Aye, so it is. But not just any Drudnay. Oh no. My own further down's the arena, see? And the gladiators are always on the lookout for. And I give them that edge. You could say that my darling
Les cavaliers encore.
flower in
Et
the
vous
flesh,
défonce, croyez. Oui.
blossom and so, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. How can I make
Dès que
you
je cherche à gagner.
bloom? I don't think I follow you there. What are you after exactly? I think I do, yes. Moore's all sounds mighty reprehensible to me, Governor. What? Well, when you put it like that. Okay, you can consider it done, Governor.
Bon, ouais. D'accord. Attends, qu'est-ce que tu me dis par rapport à l'arène? Les autres combattants. Ben, on verra au moment voulu. Là, c'est que... Alias.
The tigers fly, the leopards lie, and you,
Qu'est-ce qu'il a
and you.
à vendre, lui?
Oh, but I know you, don't I? I have seen you in the night, a lone man in a wicked fog. Just
Tu
a
as créé un livre de compétences.
just a dream.
Ça peut être utile. Ça, pour l'instant, je n'ai pas besoin. Tiens, ça, là. 600, peut-être pas. Ça peut être utile. Bureau souverain. Attends, tu peux arrêter de bouger?
Hail, such a striking man.
26 d'armure. 2700. Un en commandement en plus, un en constitution en plus. Ouais, ça compense. 700 quand même.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh yes. I have something that you want. Are you worthy of my gift? If you swam your way here, I might consider that a notable triumph. Surely you've accomplished something of note. Handsome. I must consider your merits before I answer your... Very well. But you'll... The Seven protect me.
D'accord. Attends. Non, elle, on lui a parlé.
Bugger off. Can't you see I'm trying to relax?
J'essaie de me t'entendre là.
Pouch? What pouch? Oh, that was you. Yeah, sorry, bub, but I was pulling your crank. There ain't... I just wanted to distract you while I nipped a little gold out your pocket. Needed a fix. Sorry. Now, like I said, please kindly bugger off. It's turned to smoke by now. Go ahead and take it from my flesh if you want. I don't care.
Ah, c'est pour ça qu'à un moment, il me semblait que j'avais moins d'or. Attends, je suis pas allé de ce côté-là. Ah si.
Right good to see you again, Governor.
I've spotted something.
Attends, j'ai rien loupé, il n'y a pas un coffre caché. Hein. 3000.
Nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
You're good with the majuscules paging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Damn right.
Ah mince, j'avais pas vu. Il y a quelqu'un.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
Well, this sorcerer on the loose. I knew they should have cut off the Meister's head and burned the rest. Gotta make sure it don't grow.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. A moment
Il en a de l'or lui.
Then a smile creases his face. A smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic. A smile.
Greetings, stranger. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Be it a bold choice, on the face of it, Unless you're looking for...
He raises an eyebrow.
Yeah? You're good with the magistrates caging anyone up that looks at them.
My friends, for Alexander the Innocent, killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Ouais.
Taken too early.
Arguing with Mac is like giving medicine to the dead. He's as stubborn as a corpse and smells the part to boot. No wonder Papa Thrash gives him the stink every time he tries to go downstairs.
Toi t'es dans...
We wonder and wonder.
Ah non, je vous
Signs from the gods. May the snoop have interrupted my newest masterpiece.
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his own saliva. He then returns to his poem, but his voice cracks mid-verse.
Well, never you mind. Every sonnet I compose is a masterpiece, and my muse has been begging me to write something new.
Vas-y.
You might be just the stimulus I needed. I shall craft a rhyme for magnificent. But if I am to write a first-rate work, you must face some difficult questions. Are you prepared to answer?
He stares at you for a few torturing moments.
Your eyes betray the guilt of the human race. You believe it your right to ravage Rivalon. What say you?
He smiles a crooked smile and runs a hand through his greasy hair.
C'est beau le bug en plein milieu de la table, il est...
Ah, arrogance! That most peculiar of human traits, given your lack of cultural accomplishment. Save the towers you erect in worship of greed. What riches do you seek, human? Indeed, you seem almost fearless in your conviction. But I know better. Stripped of their swords and shields, humans are as fragile...
The bard hems and haws, then bellows his next words to anyone who might hear.
To all lovers of verse, I bring glorious news. I have completed another bitter march of humans unabated. This world of war and cruelty.
Et tu comment tu veux le voler ça? Ça.
I think the poem's supposed to make me cheer for humans. I'm sure it's working.
That divine voice, that idyllic poetry. I could lose myself.
La classe saoule, non. Parce que... C'est qu'il nous arrive des malheurs avec l'autre, là.
Ah, finally. Your colleague over there is absolutely useless. I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please. Ah, you truly are my saviour.
He inhales deeply over the stew, savouring the scent of it, then scoops up a large chunk of meat and swallows it down, seemingly without chewing. He pauses in anticipation, then frowns.
Rather disappointing, isn't it? After all I've been through.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly. His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was...
Putain, c'est collé, mais croyez-moi qu'il n'arriverait
by
pas à
those...
écouter.
No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds. And on top of it all, the stew was a disappointment. Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful business might soon be behind me. Tell me, how are you with, well...
Tiens, on avait déjà dit qu'on le fera à nouveau s'il le faut.
Ah, terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more than a trifling. My mentor, Lee, and I were hauling in a goodly number of fine wares from the Southlands when we crossed paths with a great brute of a void woken. It made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind.
Récupérer les marchandises, mais que
Our entire livelihood in those wares. I'll do anything to get them back. Very, very well, that's how. That cargo is worth more than a pretty penny, and I'll owe its retrieval to you and you alone. Now, give me your map. I'll show you just where to look. I can't tell you how thoroughly you've made...
Ok, fais voir la carte. Là. Voilà les provisions. Série touche-bois. Bon, ah ouais, c'est vrai qu'il y a l'île là-haut. C'est ça que ça a changé apparemment. Fosse noire où je dois aller. Ah oui, Riker, c'est un des maîtres. Tournoi, là, il faut que j'aille là. Bon, toi je t'ai parlé. Attends, on va sauvegarder avant. Attends, je veux pas le voler. Hein.
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Pity. Well...
She doesn't lift her gaze from...
Menu simple. Eat or drink.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean
C'était
eye.
avant toi.
She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Her eyes soften and crinkle as she smiles.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. You and my Niles would get along. Nice to see an unfamiliar face. What brings you to Driftwood, darling?
Et vous Knight.
For joy! Praises be, but that's where my boy Niles is stationed. He's the physician overseeing all the camps.
Un magistrat sur moi, pire.
We've only got amber ale, I'm afraid. Can't spare the potatoes. Coming right up, darling.
Attends, y'avait pas quelque chose?
I do for you. How about a little amber? Now, you animal! Stay away from my bar.
Oh, d'accord.
The cook acknowledges you with a small bow, an oddly formal gesture given the surroundings.
Please, sir, you should not be back here. It's not safe. They can inflict pain all the same. Please, I must insist that you leave. You should speak to Loverick if you want food.
What's this? I found something.
This ring, it bears the Magister's seal. And there's blood on it.
Attends, qu'est-ce que t'as récupéré, tu Sibylle? 15 d'armure. Nécromancie.
I'll take your order if you're polite. No.
Please, Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this.
She grabs the ring and glares at you, like a rattlesnake observing its next live meal.
They should have just kept out of this.
She gives you a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs. I don't want to be lauded. If word spreads of what I've done, the Magisters will swarm all over me in an instant. I can't let that happen.
There's a carving knife in her hand. You never even saw her pick it up.
I have more work to do, more magic.
She gives you a long look, unsure. Then,
betray me and you'll meet the same fate as the others.
D'accord.
I hear that a certain...
Donc ça j'ai fouillé.
I don't think no even a small way good if it bit you on the arse.
This is going nowhere.
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the table.
So many suspects, so many potential culprits. I need to narrow down the list. Think, you damn elf, think.
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf leaps around abruptly.
What? Why do you sneak up on me? Don't you know how dangerous that is, the way things are?
Ok, cos'è lì?
Show some sense and hold your tongue. People are on edge as it is, without newcomers looking for my own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear anything, come to me.
Que c'est la cuisinière de la taverne qui orchestrait les disparitions. Elle a tué le magistère et... Ah oui, c'est vrai, j'écoute mon billet.
3 Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. My comrades believe some tinkerer named Higber is behind it all, but they're wrong. I'm certain of it. He might be a greedy little junk peddler and a sorcerer to boot, but hardly capable of seizing Magisters. They won't listen to me. Not anymore. I was removed from their ranks due to my elven blood. I'll continue to serve, though. I won't stand to see my comrades taken by some vile traitor. If they won't heed my advice, I'll still do what I can. I'll find this devil myself if I have to. This tavern is key. Of that much, I'm sure. It would be far too easy
que vous aurez l'œil, vous demandez ce que vous avez gagné, le dresser sur une narquois et dire que vous n'avez pas d'attention.
Let me know.
Qu'il ne doit absolument rien magistère, ils l'ont exclu, il est peut-être déjà sur le liste des suspects si ça se trouve.
What? I serve with utter loyalty now and forever. Now get away from me and don't come back unless you have information I can use.
J'avais pas...
nowhere. Useless. Bloody useless.
Chaud de vin, il fait
Might
inconnu.
as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point?
Ok, bon. Pomme, un coquillage, bouteille de bière.
Come on, damn you. Think.
Go away!
Take that, sorcerer! Dallas, get her!
You're dead, Alexander! Alexander, you're dead! You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead
Je vais leur
anymore!
donner.
Rotted in the death fog. What's even the point?
Here, mister! Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he?
See? Told ya! But don't worry, I'll revenge your death! Take that! You won't put a sauce collar on me, Dallas. I'm a big bad evil sorcerer and I'll kill you dead. I'm...
Ah bah il y a une sauvegarde, ça m'évite de la faire. Ah bah non, je pensais que... Non, voilà, bien ici.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want?
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her.
All right, human. Well, glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I've got to send word soon. Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mordus has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for covering his tracks, but the goons downstairs should sniff out something. That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Poof. Those half-wits below will know him. Get to it then. But...
Y'a rien à prendre là. Il y a un coffre mais elle est là l'autre.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar would open this thing? Oh, you got rocks knocking around that noggin of yours.
Okay.
We'd have more luck asking dudes to open it for us than for it to budge by our own.
I've spotted something.
Attends. Qu'est-ce que t'as dégagé là?
You think a crowbar would open this thing? Oh,
Y'a un machin que... non?
I've spotted something.
Ouais, alors attends.
A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Ah, un œil, il nous manque un œil.
A skull. It's missing an eye.
Donc faut que je trouve.
As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Non. Je trouve un œil parce qu'il manque quelque chose. Donc eux ils sont de l'autre côté. Est-ce que ça je sais rien hein?
A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar
Parce
would
que ça se
open
trouve
this thing?
un œil, un œil, un œil.
You got rocks knocking around that noggin of yours.
Un œil. J'ai pas un doigt.
There's more luck asking dudes to open it for us than for it to budge by our own hands.
J'ai rien découvert hein, qui ferait un œil.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar would open this thing? Oh, you got rocks knocking around that noggin of yours. There's more luck asking dudes for us than for it to
Non,
budge by
je
our
peux
own
pas,
hands.
je peux pas. pas aller derrière.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
Non. Donc il va falloir que je revienne ici quand j'aurai trouvé un certain œil. Non, pas cette adresse. Pas que non plus. Il faut que je leur remonte leur adresse. Non, mais apparemment il n'y a rien ici. Pourtant quand j'étais en haut, j'ai entendu un bruit comme quoi ils avaient découvert quelque chose. C'est peut-être en haut, hein.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar would open this thing? Oh, you got...
Ain't no rest for any dwarf in drift.
And attends, parce que...
Ain't no rest for any dwarf in driftwood.
Eh non. C'est une initiative, faute d'intelligence. Donc un œil, ça pourrait être.
Ain't no rest for any dwarf in driftwood. Ouais, donc il me manque cet œil de... Il manque un œil incrusté dans le mur.
Je sais plus où je l'avais chopé celui-là d'œil. Je viens d'avoir fait une quête comme ça, mais alors.
Ain't no rest for any dwarf in Driftwood.
T'as rien qui
Even
traîne,
me.
toi. Non.
I'm Alexander.
Maison de Mordus.
I'm always the sorcerer.
Je sais pas où je l'ai chopé.
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
Hackles raised, the dog barked.
You're nice, and I'm a good dog. Yes, I am. There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. Not like this. This smells real.
Quelque chose sous la maison.
Hello, mister.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
You're weird. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. Cool. How did you know that?
Mister, have you seen our friend
Ah oui, cache-cache, le jeune.
They're innocents in a world with precious little innocence left. Let's leave them that way.
The truth hurts, but they'll get over it.
Kids are resilient. Tell them the truth.
The horror grows on their little faces.
No, that's a horrible thing to say. I bet it wasn't Joe. I bet it was someone else's leg in that icky shark.
She bursts into tears. Ben looks from you to her and back again, then starts crying too. After a moment, the crying subsides. Ben and Harriet snuggle into you.
So where's Joe?
They look puzzled, but the little boy seems to accept the idea.
I think we should go home. Come on, Ben. Thank you, mister. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, mister.
They skip away.
Voilà, voilà, prendre ça. Voilà, ça c'est fait. Ça, j'avais pas réussi cette mission, je crois, la première fois que j'avais fait. J'avais pas trouvé le corps du gosse. Mais ça c'est fait. Oh. Grâce au pot de bonheur. Euh, 28 plus 1 en adresse. C'est plus pour la force. Ça enlève un télékinésie. Bonne chance. Venez de vous équiper. De donner de sérieux coups de poing. Oh, là je perds un en perception mais... Ah mais c'est mieux. Ok. Un négro, un invocation. Ça, c'est ces trucs-là, là. Attends, on va les foutre. Pas de vengeance, tant pis. Instant.
You're looking for Magister, right? Yes. Have you anything to report?
On va peut-être pas leur dire. Regarde, j'ai pas trop envie de leur dire. Alors attends.
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you that much.
3000 chevaux, prendre tout au pognon là. Voilà, par ça. Voilà, attends. On va sauvegarder là.
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank. We will find him.
You've been warned, Barnes. Now,
The Magister turns.
you! Have you seen anyone leaving this place? Grey cloak, Lucian's teeth. Where is... If you see anything suspicious, anything at all, report it immediately. Do you understand?
He glares at you before stopping.
Attends, journée créative, pas le néant. Dorade cramoisie. Je
Stink of
balai.
beer almost covers up the stink of fish.
Ouh. Qu'est-ce que t'as trouvé? 17-20, garde une main. % de chance de succès. Là, je perdrai 1 en force, je gagnerai 1 en humain. Il y a un truc pour descendre en dessous. Putain, sauvegarde.
The stink of beer almost covers up the stink of fish.
Il y en a. Alors attends, est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un? Non, apparemment il n'y a personne. Carré contaminé. Pâte, tranchoir, viande, macro, bol, pâte. Dorade, cramoisi, balai, bouteille. Montez là-haut, montez là-haut. Putain de bordel, montez. Ah oui d'accord, attends, il y a carrément des pièges. Démoncer. Attention aux pièges en fait. Attention parce que aller là. En fait, le piège, je crois qu'il allait. Mets-toi.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Ah oui. T'as pas vu le piège tout à l'heure, toi j'étais à côté, tu l'as pas vu. Ça arrête pas le... Oh là, D'accord, bravo. Alors, est-ce que je vais y arriver? Allez. Là, sans mourir.
One barrel of fish stands out from the others. It's sealed and...
Allez, masse. J'ai pas assez d'adresse. Je lui montre son adresse à lui. De toute façon, ça doit être piégé, non? On voit qu'il y a le piège là-bas.
One barrel of fish stands out from the others. It's sealed and marked with a cross.
attention. Ah bah non, je peux plus. Attends, mets-toi là-haut. Ah ouais, d'accord. Bravo. Ouf, il y en a... Oh la vache, ah, il y en a là. Et là, il y en a une pelletée là. Non, non, non. Non. Bordel à cul, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Je voulais mettre un machin... Ouf. Oh, il y en a partout. Attends. Ouais. Attends, ils sont où? Ah oui. Attends, ils sont où les autres? Ah oui. Ouais, mais j'ai pas de sang. Lol. Non. Non, je te dis demain. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Mais qu'est-ce que... sert à rien. Je peux. Attends, est-ce qu'il y a des bestioles encore là? Ah, ils sont tous morts. Et toi, tu vas mourir par contre. Sibylle, dégage. Sibylle. Putain. Voilà. Bon, ça est sorti. Ah non, il y en a des agates. Qu'est-ce que j'ai? J'ai vu un truc. Qu'est-ce que... Regarde, c'est quoi que j'ai gagné là? Ben ouais, je sais pas. J'ai gagné un truc, je sais même pas ce que c'est. Ah, l'essence de fait de grande qualité, d'accord. Feu maudit. Couteau, dorade, tranchoir. Ah, voilà. Parce que là on a fouillé. Et une épée à deux mains, ça c'est pour 21, 23. Ouais. Et à demain, 5, 27. Voilà. Poisson balai, balai. Je t'ai fou. Et ouais, mais finalement on a fait le tour. Il y a un bateau, on peut se barrer. Sauvegarder là et faire une petite pause. Oh. Il y a du pognon là. Ça aussi j'ai fouillé, tout ça j'ai fouillé. Il y a un journal de sécurité là. Ça aussi je me souviens.
Lucky find.
Voilà, comme ça on peut se barrer. Est-ce qu'on peut ouvrir là? Ah non, dommage, on a une clé, mais on n'a pas la clé du coffre. On peut pas se barrer par là. J'ai toujours l'impression d'oublier quelque chose. Alors, qu'est-ce que j'ai pas regardé tout à l'heure? Dépêche-toi. Il me semblait que le mec, il y en a qui se cachait dans un tonneau en fait. Merci le fauve. Ouf. Applique acide, 100% de chance de faire fondre les surfaces. Ah, ça peut être intéressant ça, d'enflammer les surfaces. Ça peut être bien. Niveau 15 à côté. Si j'ai des trucs de... Je garde ça, ouais. On sait jamais. Si j'ai des surfaces de... Comment ça s'appelle? de glace.
What? You been needing something from me, lad? Ain't much inclined. Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died. Ain't been no goodwill among your kind, or mine, or anyone else's since the Reds have been in charge. Glad to hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. Fugitive? Ah, yeah. I don't think that's something I should be discussing with strangers. Because I don't intend to end up with me lips stitched together, that's why. No, no, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing no more. Godspeed, buggered fine. I'll tell.
The dwarf leans in and begins whispering conspiratorially.
This fella runs along, right? Sweating, panicking. Reds racing after him like hunting hounds.
Jamais, je pense que c'est tout ce qu'il a dit, c'est pas ce qui est traduit, hein, mais.
Hide in a barrel, you fool, I yelled. And what do you know? He did. Problem is, he's still in there. Been hours. Can't go nowhere, he can't, not with the Reds around.
Mais non, ça sert à rien de te vendre. Ouais, je pensais, il est caché dans un tonneau. Sauf qu'il faut savoir lequel c'est. Ah bah, il est là. C'est indiqué. Donc là, je peux pas fouiller parce que c'est...
Hugh, tell me, have you seen a man acting suspiciously near here? Grey cloak, grey beard, satchel slung over his shoulder. Source weapons, here? No wonder the fish are rancid. By the divine Samuel will report to Magister Julian at the docks, sharpish. I'll stay behind and make sure the sorcerer doesn't...
On verra si je fais...
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and
Ah, peut-être que je peux lui vendre des trucs à lui. On va regarder juste... Sur lui, il a rien à vendre.
He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arcs are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arcs. Now, please, there's the door. I suggest you, when you've been in business as long as I have, you learn that there's a market for everything. You just have to find it. Or...
A dark shadow passes across his face.
sometimes it finds you. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void tickets.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest.
Répondre qu'on dirait qu'il a eu de la chance.
When you've been in business as long as I have, you learn not to question these things.
D'accord, il avait demandé non. On peut trouver les âmes. D'accord. Non. Shop. D'accord. Qui c'était?
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
You look the kind of ruffian who can keep a secret. Grisha's still the favourite. If I bet against him, I could...
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh my, I mean, no, I'm gutting fish. What else? Nothing wrong with taking pride in your work.
The dwarf grimaces and points the tip of his knife at his handiwork.
Whatever's wrong with these fish is causing a lot of hardship for a lot of folk. I want to figure out what's happening to them, see if there's anything that can be done. Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish, firsthand, if you understand. Do as I ask, and you'll be amply rewarded, I guarantee you. Wonderful. Now, there's 3 samples that I wish to learn more about.
The fish instantly churns your insides. Everything turns black. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even...
I see. Well, I'm sure it was nothing but a side effect of the fish. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing.
The dwarf puffs up his chest and proudly...
The fish is indeed malignant. Humans are affected by it in the same manner as other species. Don't you see? If all species are affected the same, then one cure will save them all as well. Now for your reward. This mightn't be the fish you ate is known as the umber monkfish, a remarkably intelligent breed. In fact, its flesh is often used to create intelligence mixtures. Now this monkfish, one that's been touched by the void itself, who's to say how its flesh could augment? Find somewhere that offers intelligence brews, then add this monkfish sample.
Trouvez-vous une poisson d'intelligence, allez-y, assistons de la nôtre.
So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my coat.
Mélange d'herbe.
I'll comb this place flank by flank. I'll find him.
Celui qui le fume. Mélange. D'accord.
My thanks once again, stranger. With your help, I might make a breakthrough yet. Well, I'm afraid I'm a humble sort. I wouldn't want to get mixed up with the sort of place that peddles these herb mixtures, but knowing Driftwood, you won't have to look too far. My findings are very promising, but speed isn't a virtue of my field, Umber. Well, let me see. The Umber monk finds someone...
Alors... c'est où je dois aller? Ah oui, il est ici. Je vais sauvegarder là et faire une petite pause. Et je vous dis à tout de suite.
Behind the
Ah, bah oui,
containers,
voilà.
the fish in one of the barrels shifts slightly.
Please, you have to help me. The Magisters have gone mad.
Qui est en train de parler? J'ai remarqué, les gens sont peut-être fous, mais au moins ils sont.
I don't know what they're talking about. I've nothing to do with the missing Magisters. I'm just a tinkerer. I wouldn't, and now they want to execute me. Please, you have to help me. I have to get out.
Vous appuyez le contrôle. Je dirais que vous êtes impatient pour ça,
I just need to get out of Driftwood. I can't risk being seen, but if you can get out of town, I can escape to Arcs. Please, I'll do anything. Just don't let them see me. Don't let them find me. Thank you. Oh, Lucian. 7 times divine, thank you. I'll follow your lead.
3 mises à jour, d'accord. Alors attends. Donc, je dois me barrer. Ah mince.
You found him. Excellent. Now stand aside.
The Magister steps forward with a smile and draws his weapon.
What? No, you said you'd help.
You utter fool.
C'est le tour de qui? Mais vu que t'es dans la terre. Attends. Il est barré où?
Behind the containers, the fish...
Please, you have to help me. The magisters have gone mad. I don't know what they're... And now they want to execute me. Please, I just need... Please, I'll do it. Thank you. I'll follow.
Alors, attends, parce que il veut qu'on se barre. Hein. Attends. Ah, je pensais pouvoir me barrer.
Last, I can breathe again. At last!
Yes.
I was sure I'd die in that wretched place.
Ah.
You have my thanks. If not for you, I probably would have been found, gutted, and salted. I can't just saunter away. Who knows what might be lurking in a place like this? But once I'm sure the way's clear, I'm running to Ox like a cat with its tail high. I'm done with this stinking town. Please, I can't just let you walk away. Here, take this scroll as a gift.
A damp, scale-covered roll of paper emerges from the barrel.
In fact, that's what started all the trouble in the first place. The magisters nearly lost there in the kitchens of the tavern, of all places. That cook had it. Offered it for a great price, too. I thought she was an idiot selling it so cheap.
Alors, attends.
Then again, I'm the dolt who ended up in a barrel.
C'est pas Sibylle, là.
But if she has magister artifacts, she must
Parchemin de sport acide. Ouais.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm not much of a sorcerer, but I have... Hanag's a pretty powerful source master. Incredible control of portals. I've never seen anyone bend space like she can. Last I heard, she was holed up in a house out in Paradise Downs, the farms to the north. There's more than a few magisters around those parts, though. She might still be there. Might not. But I pity any red cloak that gets on her bad side.
He pauses for a long moment, his eyes lingering on your weapon.
I mean, okay. Look, if you want
Rendez-vous sur l'île de la Lune sanglante.
Blood Moon Island, I'm not giving you a name. I'm not giving you anything. Whoever you find there, whatever you find, it's not on me. But if you really want a sorcerer, go to Blood Moon Island. And that, I swear, once I get to Ox, I'm going to...
Vous avez gagné le mot A, le mot-clé héros. Ce qui signifie que vous aurez désormais accès à des options spéciales réservées aux héros. Intéressant. Qui c'est qui est au héros? C'est toi ou tous? Je ne sais pas. Une lance. Furtif. Alors attends, qui c'est qui a héros? Ah, c'est moi. Dans le besoin de telle évocation, la plupart des gens eu le compte cœur. Ok. Ah, faut plus de texte. Ah mince. Donc faut que je me rajoute un index. Ah, attends, toi, il te manque un truc, toi. Il n'y avait pas une bague tout à l'heure? Je l'ai vendue peut-être. Voilà.
Yes.
A fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
The missus will kill me. She'll tear me a new mouth halfway down my neck. Fish will bite, all right. Not that you'd eat one. I've got a worse problem than that. Way. I was casting a line and I cast me bloody wedding ring instead. Guess me fingers aren't as fat as they used to be.
He contrives to give you a sad look.
The wife's got a sentimental attachment to that ring. Her mum took it off her dad's drowned body, here, on this very beach.
A mischievous grin appears upon his face.
Ah, I'm joshing ya. Scammed it off a drunken elf in the tavern a few years back. But still, the wife will be furious. I could do that, I could. But seeing as the ring has a bit of sauce to it, like as not, going in there will attract Voidwoken. All things equal, between an angry wife and Voidwoken, I'm leaning towards the wife. Just a hint, nothing that concerned a magister, made me feel that little bit more confident in myself. Maybe it was all in my head, but I felt like the ring made me more attractive to the women. I wouldn't do the dirt or anything, but it's good for the ego. Keeps the wife on her toes too.
He squints, first at you, then at the water.
You looking to meet a Voidwoken, are you? You must have a high opinion of yourself in a fight, or you wouldn't be so eager.
He gives you a strange look, then turns away.
With you around, I don't think...
Eh ben écoutez, je vais sauvegarder là et on verra demain pour la suite. Sur ce, je vais remercier les personnes qui sont passées en direct ou en replay et je vous donne rendez-vous au prochain live qui sera pour la suite de Beyond Two Souls. Merci à tous et je vous dis à bientôt.
Many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn. May the wind be at your back, fortune touch your hand. May the cards lay out astray, all from your command. That's the way it is. 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 New heron leaves the northern sky, trusts the journey to new high. What's the meaning of the scar if we don't learn how to heal? Should we ever be apart, then how does it feel? That's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's that's the way